Hey TVs, it's Psychic Bob. Well, look where I am. I'm up at Fox Chase Shopping Center. I came up here to have some dinner tonight, and it's not too bitter cold out here, so I think we're going to walk home. And it's a great night to do a UFO watch. It has been beautiful, clear skies today. You remember yesterday how cloudy it was? Well, today it is clear as a whistle, and it's a great night to do a UFO watch. So I thought for Paranormal Friday, we go out and see what there is to see. Maybe we'll see something tonight. So come on along. Here I am by the old Exxon station. Those of you in England probably know it as Esso. Esso and Exxon are the same company. But before we check the skies, we got to check something more immediate, like the gas prices. Here we are. Let's see. Our regular gas is $2.59. Plus is $3.37, Supreme is $3.63. Now I don't know about you, but that seems awful high, very expensive for gas. For those of you in Britain, that translates to about like £1.30 a gallon for gas, which I think by British standards is probably good, but in America, that's not good. So anyways, I tell you, this is a great night to walk. I was up at this shopping center doing some errands and having dinner, and I said, gosh, so many people are out today. It's really crazy. It's been a lot of people shopping, and the restaurant was full. Anyways, I didn't have time to film it because there were so many people there, but I really want to get out with you guys and do a UFO watch tonight. And that's what we're going to do. Yes, I'm looking up here above the skies. You can see how deep and clear it is. Deep black skies. I don't see any stars yet. But then again, I don't often see stars down where I live. It's a lot of the city lights drown it out. We're going to walk on along and see what there is to see. I'm so glad you guys are here. Now right now we're crossing this bridge here on Duke Street near where I live. And you can't see it now, but that's the creek down there. You know that we always walk over the creek? Well, I always like to pause here and look up to the sky because there's the Exxon station, but as you look across there, this is a ravine, which you can't see tonight. But it's always good to look above river areas for UFOs because that's where they tend to draw power from. I've heard that they oftentimes can draw electrical energy out of the water. And so near any body of water, that's always a good place to look for UFOs. I don't see any so far. We got a lot of area to cover, and we're going to just walk on along here and see what there is to see. Gotta always scan the skies. Sometimes people have reported, and I know this is true because it happened to me once. They'll say, I can't believe it. A UFO was out in pure sight, plain sight of everybody. Wasn't even trying to hide itself. And I have seen that. Sometimes they do that. They'll just openly reveal themselves. And it's funny, most people walking around don't even notice. Like they don't even have to try to hide themselves anymore. Because most people are just not clued in and not watching. By the way, these trees look lovely at night. They've got a beautiful golden glow to them here. Isn't that lovely? We're coming up on the library area. And this whole area has actually had a lot of UFO activity. So it's really a great place to get out and walk. If you research the National UFO Database, which I'll put a link below, you can research the city of Alexandria and see just how many sightings have occurred and are actually regularly occurring in this area. So I would encourage you definitely check that out. I'll put a link below to that. And here we are coming up on our local library. I'm a big fan and a patron of the library. But I have to tell you, this library sits in an area where there has been a lot of UFO activity over this area. So I like to come here and just keep an eye out. Just look. Now look at that, guys. There's something strange up here. Do you see those two lights over the library? I don't know what those are. Those might be spotlights from the parking lot. I could be, but it just looks strange. It's caught my eye. I swear they're moving. Isn't that the strangest thing? Well, you see, whenever you go out, you want to keep a watch for things that are anomalies. Now I swear, did you see that those lights move? We're going to have to go up here further. Maybe we'll explore that. I swear it's getting brighter and dimmer. That is strange. Let's see if I can zoom out. If I'm zoomed in. Look at that. That's the strangest. Those are not part of the library. It's further back from the library. It's hard to tell on camera. But that's the strangest thing. Well, let's go up here and see what that is. It might be a light connected to the library. When you go out on UFO Watch, you know, you want to do a few things, especially in wintertime. Make sure to bundle up good. Wear a nice warm jacket. Wear a scarf. You know, always protect your throat. Somebody who speaks a lot, I have to always wear a scarf. Wear a hat. Bring a bag of supplies with you. Now, I've got my trusty Louis Vuitton bag here. And, you know, I always keep in it like extra gloves. I keep bottled water, you know, hand moisturizer, things that you might need when you're out in the elements. So, you know, definitely make sure if you go out on UFO Watch that you pack some supplies just in case you get stuck somewhere. So you have some snacks. I've got some snacks in here. That's really important. I'm curious about these lights. We're going to go up here and see what's going on. Right now I can't see anything because I'm behind the library. But that was the strangest thing with those lights. I've never seen those before. And I walk here regularly. And see, this is the thing. Find an area where you can walk regularly, because you'll get to know every little light in the sky, and you'll know the plane paths, the helicopters, and you'll quickly start to realize what's out of the norm. Like those lights I saw behind the library were not in the norm. So it's definitely worth your time to be consistent and to really pay attention. Well, here I am outside of our library, and I hate to tell you, it wasn't a UFO. I hoped it was, but you know, I'm always honest. What those lights are those are spotlights on top of a building across the way. It doesn't show up here very well on camera, but there's a high-rise building back there, and those two lights in the middle of the screen are what I saw right above my finger there. Those two lights. Those are spotlights on a building. They look like they're an illuminated building. So you can't see it on camera, but that's what those were. But it looked like a UFO from back where I was. So you see, you never know. But when you get out and regularly walk, you learn things like that. You know, I'm just looking here across the sky. It's strange, there's not much air traffic tonight. There's a helicopter up there. Do you see it flashing? That's not a UFO, that's a helicopter. I know the helicopter pass and the plane pass. But it seems to be such a quiet night. Usually I see a lot more planes, so that also has me a little surprised, because I usually know the flight patterns. There's hardly not a cloud in the sky. It's really a deep clear. But that's all right. We're going to walk on along. We're coming up to an area where there's less light. If you can, try to find areas that are less illuminated, because you'll have a better you'll be better able to see the sky. You know, your night vision will increase. I've had people tell me that they've seen UFOs, massive giant UFOs, particularly the triangle UFOs, fly over in total blackness with no lights. And they said it's a strange thing. They'd be out in a field and look up and see a massive UFO overhead, but nobody could see it unless you looked really closely, because it was literally black against the black sky. So that's something that I'm trying to be attentive to lately, because in our area there have been a number of large black triangle UFOs. Now when I say large, these things are literally larger than a football field. Some of them are almost like a half a mile down each side of the triangle. So we're talking about a size of a craft that's literally beyond anything that we've ever seen or could fathom. Anyways, we're walking along here. You can see these lights. We're going to go back over towards that area, which is a lot darker. We'll get there little by little. You know, when you're out walking, though, even if you're not in the perfect, ideal setting for sightings, still try to pay attention, because sometimes even in the worst conditions, you'll be able to see something. So even though the lights are bright here and it's not particularly dim, I'm still watching, because You just never know. The truth is out there. Now, Tubies, we're coming up here on a great viewing area, part of the park here. And what's interesting is, as I'm looking across, I'm seeing something right away. It's got a red and green light on it. Oh, that may be a helicopter. It's just, can you see it? Yeah, I can hear a humming sound. It's the strangest thing, though. I don't usually see that much green light. Maybe it's because it's Christmas. But do you see how green that light is? See if I can zoom in on it. Could be a drone. It's got the strangest sound. Look at that. It must be a helicopter. It's weird as all. Do you see its light? I'm looking through the tree branches here. Pretty interesting. So you see, you never know what you'll see, and that's why you got to pay attention. But where I am now, as you may see behind me, it's rather dark, and this is kind of more of an ideal situation. There's a little bit of light on the grass, but as you look up, the sky is very open and clear. So we'll just kind of take a stroll through this area and see if we see anything. Have to be ever vigilant. You know, it takes a lot of patience to go on a UFO watch, because sometimes you have to sit out for quite a while, and if it's a winter night, you got to make sure you're bundled up, you know. Wear your scarf, wear your hat, bring your snacks with you. Oh yeah. Well, we're scanning the skies. I'm just not seeing anything. I tell you, it's one of the clearest nights, and I'm just shocked. No planes. You know, they talk about the calm before the storm. I can't help but wonder if this is like kind of, things are a little too silent. You know what I mean? It's like eerily silent. And it's not that late. It's probably about 9 or 10 o'clock. Still early by Washington standards. Not a plane, and it's not like a cloudy, stormy night. It's the clearest night. Deep blue skies, midnight blue, and not a soul in sight. Well, maybe they stopped flying the planes, or they're all docked at the shopping mall. I don't know. We'll keep looking. Now here we are coming up upon one of the footbridges in the park that crosses that creek. This is further down from where we were earlier. But I think it's a good night just to take a little stroll down here and glance down the waterways to see if we see anything. Many people have spotted UFOs over creeks and rivers and oceans. And it's literally like they hover over the water and they pull like water into their ship. Maybe it's coolant. And they get electrical energy off the water, it's believed. Now, looking down that way, these are all high rises, so those lights I all know that's not UFO activity. And if you look down this way, it's pretty desolate as well. And those are building lights down there. Those are not UFOs. But you see above the skyline here, it's just quiet. And look into the water, it's deep and black tonight. Now, you know, the other day we were talking about scrying. You could come out to water like this at night and do scrying in the water. I know you can't, it's not shown up on camera, but in person you can see it. Very reflective, like a black mirror. So if you don't have the money to buy a black mirror, come out to your local body of water at night and scry. Free scrying device, provided by Mother Nature. I'm looking down here, there's the other end of the river. I'm just not seeing anything, you know. It just may be one of those nights where not only are there no airplanes, there are no UFOs. Maybe it's a universal night of just quiet. Anyways, guys, I'm really tired. I've had a long day. I'm getting this video out late because I've been working on stuff all day today. But I want to thank you for being here. And even though it's a short tonight, we'll be back tomorrow. And tomorrow on Saturday, we're going to have our spiritualist class and seance. So make sure to be here, okay? Anyways, help me out. Like this video, favorite it, share it with your friends, hit subscribe, be part of our channel. We'd love you to be here. You guys rock. Listen, also get a chance, pop over to my website, psychicbob.com, and you can book a reading there or buy some books. You want to get on my schedule for a reading, give me a call, 703-825-3929. Again, 703-825-3929. Or write to me, readings@robert-hickman.com. The link will be in the info box below this video. You guys rock. I love you. Listen, have a wonderful Friday. We'll see you back here tomorrow. And until then, may you always blessed be. Yeah, it's time to walk on home.